So what he does really well.
Out of the corner, 3-ball thrown in by Brandon Twitty, shooting 51% outside the arc here in this early portion of the season. Merrimack 3 for 10, Stonehill 1 for 6 to get things started through this first 4.5 minutes. Long 3 thrown in by Brandon Twitty. Back down inside Bowen, back outside, 3-ball on the way, bottom of the well for Brandon Twitty, who's got 3 threes in the first 6.5 minutes.
I don't think either coach can be especially thrilled with the way their team is playing offensively.
Josh Mack ran into Hayes inside, good look for DeGraff, and he's got 2. A strong drive, left-handed scoop is up and good by Mikey Watkins.
Sweet finish.
5'11" freshman out of Roselle, New Jersey. Now they go right back inside of DeGraff, and he's got 2 more. Mikey Watkins. Oh, nice move by Watkins, and a better play by Josh Mack. Morton for Chose to the corner, Largy. Back outside, Chose will try it and make it. Back down inside, little floater thrown up from the baseline. Ryan Bolter's first bucket, averaging 14 points per game. And there's a steal by Hayes, and he's got 2 more. Now Morton, straight away Twitty. Back outside, Twitty for his 4th 3, got it. Down inside, Bowen got 2.
Really nice return going to Florida. Not to mention, sun.
Yeah, what is that? There's a long 3-ball thrown in by Ryan Bolter. He's got 5 points. That was fair.
I mean, he's scoring all the time going to the rim.
Down the other end, another 3-ball. How about Brandon Twitty? That's his 5th 3. He's got 15 points. Morton out of the corner for a 3-ball. That's way off. That's not the shot Chris Kraus wanted there. Down the end, McLaughlin, oh, what a nice defensive play, but he got it back, and he scores at the buzzer. Twitty goes inside out, long 3-ball drained by Owen Chose, his 2nd 3.
Remain patient, but search out the extra pass for the good shot.
DeGraff ties the game. 6 points for DeGraff.
No, Owen DeGraff hadn't scored yet this season.
And good defense by DeGraff that time on Hayes. Morton the other way, all the way through, and the Skyhawks lead by 2. And the rebound grab by Joyner. Hayes the other way, outside the arc, 3-ball. Thrown in, Jaleel Lord. A couple of quick 3s for the 6'4" junior.
How's that for a freshman? Hey, go play the All-American, please, one-on-one, and make it tough on him, and he did that time.
Oh, nice look from Bowen. Inside, score the basket for Andrew Sims, and the foul.
Be nice to get Twitty going again after that hot shooting first half.
Now driving to the basket, good scoop on the other side by Mikey Watkins, just his 2nd bucket of the night.
Again, got within about 8 feet of the basket.
How about the steal by Hayes, and he scores, wow.
Wow, that's pretty much all you can say on that, wow.
Josh Mack straight away. Back down inside, freeze. For Morton, curling through and getting 2. Well, they come in averaging 73 a game. They're already at 77. We got a ways to go with 6 minutes plus to go.
Yeah, in some ways the record is a bit deceptive. They're 3 losses.
Oh, that's pretty inside. Great pass and 2 more for Ryan Bolter.
They lost to a good Jefferson team. They lost to a good Bentley team on the road and lost by 6 at Florida Southern.
Morton falling away, got it.
Tough shot.
Morton driving through, won't get it, and that'll be our final score. As right in front of us, Coach Joe Gallus has no shots. Final score, Merrimack 88, Stonehill 71.
That's exactly accurate to what we thought we were hoping would have been the case, for us after coming off this weekend. Just a great, just 2 great wins, a great weekend for us, playing some really high level of basketball. especially defensively. You know, we played 2 man-to-man teams this past weekend. That mixed up some things with some switching and certain things and pressure. But obviously we're playing a zone tonight. Merrimack has got it's a really tough zone to figure out how to find gaps and get open looks. They do a great job, but our defense and our effort levels, especially on the defensive end this past weekend, were fantastic, we thought. And we held 2 really good offensive teams to some lower numbers and some lower percentages. And we talked a lot. That's got to be who we are. That's got to be consistent for us. And that wasn't even in the gym tonight. You know, I guess our guys left that back on the sunny beaches and back in Florida. And that's been us a little bit. With obviously we've only had 2 home games, but both home games this year have been that type of those effort levels and those competition levels where it just isn't good enough. You know, so it's just something this group's got to dig down and find it. If you at this level, at any level, plain and simple, but especially at the college level, if you don't play with effort, you don't compete, and you don't defend, you don't win. And I think it's a simple message. Can we guard certain guys? Can we stop Javaris better? Who's just he's phenomenal, you know. But can we do a better job on him? Yeah, we'd hope so. But are you going to stop him every time? Probably not. But you got to compete. You got to try. You got to do everything you can to try to stop him and stop everybody else. But when you don't do it at all, you don't win. And that's what this group is hopefully learning, hopefully seeing, because that's to be honest the case right now. I think on the defensive end, just effort, communication, toughness. Toughness has been something toughness and effort we've probably used in these past couple of weeks more than I've ever said before, and we did that this past weekend. Today we didn't. We were able to study the film and make some tweaks and try to just get back to a little bit more of our Stonehill Skyhawks basketball that we've played in recent years, to especially have the numbers and produce what we did offensively this past weekend. But we've talked more defense with this group. Everything's been about toughness and effort and competition levels and compete and guard the ball. And that's what it has to be if you want to be a good team. That's what it has to be if you want to win. And teams that we've had in the past, whether coaching them or being an assistant or playing, all the great teams here at Stonehill, all the great teams ever, they compete defensively. They play tough. They play together defensively. And we didn't do that. We didn't show up at all defensively with effort and toughness. And it's that broken record again of that's the message, and that's the recipe, and that's what it's going to be. When we do that, for some reason we play a little bit more loose and excited offensively when we get stops and get going and play with the effort, and it's the catalyst for our offense. That's the way it has to be. That's what all the good coaches talk about, and that's what this group has to learn and has to understand and has to fully buy into and get. We've lost 2 games at home of 2, so I don't know, maybe the road is better for us right now. We've had a lot of them on the road. To be honest, you play away, you play at home, no matter what, in this league, at anywhere, playing scholarship level basketball or anything, we've got to show up in New Hampshire at Franklin Pierce on Saturday and just compete and be tough as can be. And if we do that, we're going to be fine. We're going to give ourselves an opportunity to win the game, and be in the mix. Whether we win it or not, we'll see what happens. But if you don't play hard, if you don't compete, you don't play with toughness, we don't have a shot. We're not going to beat them. So, it's a simple recipe right now. And we've got enough offensive stuff with when we play, some man-to-man teams here coming up, which we do have. And whether teams mix in some zone or we've got stuff in there. But it's the catalyst has got to be our defense. Right. And our guys have got to dig down more and find more inside themselves, challenge each other. Our leaders have got to step up a little bit more and challenge themselves first off, but also the team we got to do more. We got to be better. We got to be tougher. And that's going to be our consistent message right now. And that's what I think and I know wins. And it showed this past week in beating 2 really good teams that we beat.